When these newlyweds took their first dance, no one could have guessed what happened next. Weddings, let's be honest, are more famous for dad dancing than lithe and choreographed routines fit for Dancing with the Stars. But with all the planning that goes into the big day, the newlyweds' first dance is probably the furthest thing from our minds. But this couple wanted to put on a very special first dance to say thank you to all their guests. And the result was epic. As Caroline and Wojtek stepped onto the dance floor on their wedding day, none of their guests were prepared for what they were about to deliver. But the Polish couple were prepared. They'd been practicing for this moment for 9 months. Dancing in front of a room full of people can be scary at the best of times. And even with all the hours of practice they put in, Caroline and Wojtek must have been nervous about the prospect of trying to pull off such an ambitious routine surrounded by guests on their wedding day. Naturally, the whole thing was captured on film. As the video begins, we see guests gathered round the dance floor, with the blushing bride standing at one side of the room and the groom on the far side. They seem ready to take to the dance floor. If they're nervous about what's about to unfold, they don't show it. The couple look at each other in the eyes from across the room and prepare themselves for their first dance as husband and wife. The music begins to play. But wait, this isn't a typical first dance song. This is no Make You Feel My Love by Adele or Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. The music Caroline and Wojtek have chosen for their first dance is Benny Goodman's Sing Sing Sing. It's a raucous big band song from the 1930s, and it's a far cry from a traditional first dance ballad. As the horn sections blare, it quickly becomes obvious that what the couple had spent 9 months preparing for wasn't going to be a typically sentimental dance. They'd worked hard to offer a special moment for their guests to remember. With the onlookers clapping along to the beat, Caroline and Wojtek show off their newly choreographed moves. What follows is a high-energy swing routine fit for Dancing with the Stars. The couple strut into the middle of the dance floor. First, Wojtek busts out some fancy footwork, then Caroline does a little jive. The whole 3.5-minute swing routine is packed full of kicks, twirls, lifts, jives, and spins. The couple perform it all perfectly, without missing a step or a beat. Watching the video of the newlyweds spinning and jiving their way across the dance floor, viewers might be tempted to think the couple are professional dancers. But they're not. Prior to this routine, the pair had never seriously danced before at all. According to Caroline, we're just an ordinary couple with no dancing experience. When the pair had the idea to do something special for their guests, they proceeded to commit themselves to 9 months of intense dancing lessons. But that's not all. As they smoothly kick and bounce around in the video, the viewer might assume that Caroline and Wojtek took lessons from a skilled dance teacher, someone who spent hours putting the couple through the paces in a professional dance studio. However, according to a comment left by Caroline on their YouTube video, that wasn't the case at all. The couple learned their moves in their small apartment entirely through YouTube tutorials, which makes their polished performance seem all the more remarkable. As she spins and hops around the dance floor in the video, Caroline's wedding dress seems to complement the routine perfectly. This was no accident. The gown was tailor-made for the occasion. The routine ends with Caroline lightly bouncing off Wojtek's knee and gracefully back to the floor. Wojtek then bows to the crowd with Caroline cradled in his arms. Their 9 months of hard work paid off. They finish with rapturous applause and cheers from their guests and loved ones. Caroline and Wojtek are proof that with a little bit of time and dedication, almost anything is possible. As Caroline put it, if you just believe you can do it, you really can do it.